Hey guys.
Alright folks, we're here today to check out the video that won the Patreon poll of the week. SAOR with Amidst the Ruins. I'm quite surprised that this video won the Patreon poll of the week because there was a Spirit Box video in there.
Damn.
And this one won. I'm happy. I'm happy because I love Andy.
Yeah.
Andy's such a great dude. We got to spend some quality time chatting at Inferno this year when the band performed. I'll never forget this. He sends me a message on WhatsApp and he's like, dude, I didn't know you were in Norway at Inferno. And I'm like, how the fuck do you know I'm here? You're the only douche wearing pink. And I was like, yeah, right, yeah, that's me. All right, anyways, story checks out. So I'm super excited. The Season of Mist announced that there's a new record coming out in the new year, early in the new year. And I think this is the first single. If not the first, it's the firstest, something like that. I don't know how they say first in Scotland. Anyhow, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right, let's fucking do this. You better not tell me that. I hope I don't hear the same shit I heard from the Harakiri for the Sky video on this one.
No.
Okay, good.
This is not Harakiri for the Sky.
So we're already starting off on a better footing. So, what do you think?
I feel like I have to drink something, like, give myself some nutrients, because...
There's no nutrients in water, but...
Well, there's good properties.
There's H2O in there, that's about it.
That's good, man. The O part, and the H part, and the 2 part.
Yeah, all together they make water. Anyways.
No, because this was rejuvenating, like, this was some...
It's a beautiful song, man. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Let me, by the way, I was gonna let you start, but since you're fucking the dog here, with your procrastination, I'm no music scholar, but wasn't that a hurdy-gurdy? In that melodic part there in the first half of the song,
it did sound like.
I know there's a flute here and there and whatever.
In the end, I think
at the end the flute calls the shots, but I think there was a hurdy-gurdy there. Just saying, like I said, I'm not a musical scholar, but I think I can detect the hurdy-gurdy when I hear one.
I don't know if I heard the turning.
I don't know, but I think I heard a hurdy-gurdy. But anyhow.
The hurdiest of gurdies. The song, I mean, even if it wasn't, I feel like the song would, like, a hurdy-gurdy and the song, I feel like they would go together very well.
The string instruments mixed in with the more metal, blackened sound, so good.
Yeah.
So good. Super atmospheric track. The vocals sparsely placed, but in the right spots to allow the track to have this sense of continuum through it. Wow. Incredible. I'm almost speechless as far as this is concerned. I thought the scenery of the video.
Oh, dude,
it was outstanding.
It's a perfect visual for what you're getting musically.
Yeah, and if you think about the visuals, if you think about the feelings of the song, if you think about the title of the track, I mean, I'm thinking like such a harsh landscape to find life in it, but somehow,
it's the ruins, right? Amidst the ruins, so it's like.
Yeah, but the ruins could be the ruins of a civilization, could be the
ruins, exactly. But what I'm saying,
the ruins of nature.
When it comes to something of being a ruin, it means that there's no life within.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The nature shots that were placed in this video, showcasing such a harsh landscape to find life and for life to strive in, and regardless of how peril a landscape may be, life always finds a way.
Or if they're into the beauty within. Like,
no, the beauty is there. Like even in the harshest of landscapes, you can still find beauty. But I was. But I'm going a step further. Is that you can find life even in the most harsh of the harshest environments. You can find life. Life has this great ability to always push forward. Oh, and when I mean life, I don't mean just humans. I mean life in general.
It's like when
you always find a way of pushing forward.
It's like when we were in Iceland and we were driving and we were like, fuck, there's no trees in this country. And then we saw one tree that was like dying, but it was a tree nonetheless. And we're like, oh yeah, there's a tree. It's like in such
but there's life there.
Yeah, but in such a
harsh environment.
In such a harsh environment, there's moss and the trees and. It's. Still,
I was watching not too related to this, but I was watching a documentary, a David Attenborough documentary. I'm a huge fan of David Attenborough, but anyways, a legend in himself. So I was watching a documentary, and there's these salt plains. I think it's in like Mexico or like Central America or whatever. And there's no you look at it like there's no life there. It's just like the ground is salty. Like, so there's no vegetation because vegetation doesn't grow.
Yeah.
And there's these lizards that live there. It's the only animal that lives. It's the only thing that lives there. And the lizards have discovered a way of transforming the salt that's on the earth into water. Like they're able to get water. Like their body dissolves it in a certain way that they're able to get nutrients out of it. It just goes to show you that if there's a will, there's a way. And
I think it's more of adapting to the.
Yeah, you adapt to your environment, but But regardless of how harsh your environment is, life always finds a way to rise from the ashes.
True, but probably took like hundreds of cycles of those lizards to be able to.
Of course, everything it didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is, like the phoenix that rose from the ashes, life always finds a way of rising from the ashes. You know what I mean? Sometimes we get in the way of it.
Most times we get in the way of it.
Yeah.
I think that's the real life.
Funny enough, the planet that we live on, it would be a lot more beautiful without us in it.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like that was the real lesson
in this song.
In this whole thing was like, there is beauty and it will rise from the ashes, but fuck, we keep stomping on it. Like as it's rising, it's like I'm free. Boom.
I also saw the other day. There was two people. I can't remember who the two people were. Talking about life on Mars, like us going to Mars to colonize Mars, and raise the oxygen levels there by having by creating our own atmosphere there, so that in future generations when we go there, we don't need masks or whatever. We could just walk off a plane or off a spaceship and we'd be able to breathe. And the guy was like, "Why go through all the trouble to make Mars livable while we're fucking up the planet that's already livable and we're here? Wouldn't it make more sense to put all of that effort to fuck up less the planet that we're on versus putting that effort into creating another planet that eventually we're going to end up fucking up as well?"
And I don't think there is no other. Like
I just when he said that, I was like, "Fuck that makes so much sense." Like, we're fucking up this planet, so let's find another place to go live in, and put a lot of effort into that. No, put a lot of effort into not to fucking up this one, so we don't have to go somewhere else. Anyhow, lately I've been fighting a lot of philosophical battles within myself. I must say,
you have way too much free time.
I don't think it's free time. I've just gotten to that point in my life where I see the world more from a philosophical standpoint, and I approach everything in life from that standpoint as well.
Oh, how wise!
Yeah, I feel like I am wise. I feel like I'm not in my first reincarnation. I'm not in my first rodeo here.
Yeah.
I must have done something really bad in the past one, though, to get the life that I got on this one. That I must say, but
no, I feel like your life is
the life is what I've made out of it. Is that what you're gonna say?
No, I was gonna say like maybe you weren't like the best person, but you also weren't like you were like a normal person.
In the past one?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you know?
I think maybe because people who are like rich now and like successful now, they probably had they rose from the ashes in the last life to have a really good life and do something good. So now like
anyways,
they're rewarded with
like the Brazilians say, meat always falls on the plate of the vegan. It's a Brazilian saying. In Portugal, we say that God only gives nuts to those with no teeth. Man, philosophy from the people. This is like philosophy from the people, because the vegan doesn't want the meat. So,
yes, I know.
Do you see the irony in that?
Yeah, God always gives liquor to the alcoholic.
Oh, that would be super mean if God gave liquor to the alcoholic. You know what I mean? Like, God gives liquor to those that are not alcoholic, but they want to partake.
Those that are sober.
No, then they're not going to be sober anymore because now they have the alcoholic. They have the alcohol. Anyhow, some final...
God gives liquor to Mormons because then they don't drink at all.
Neither do Muslims.
True. And probably others, but I think...
I don't drink, and I'm neither one or the other.
No, but I'm saying, like, when it comes to standard, like, this is because of this... I feel like those are the first two that come to mind.
I've been sober for almost a year now, and I gotta say this: since I stopped drinking, I went through a really tough period the first 10 months. But now I'm finally I'm just.
So the past 2 months have been okay.
No, the past 2 weeks, I finally seen the light, and and it was a cop car. I'm just joking. No, but now I'm finally coming full circle.
So now that you started going to the gym,
that was. Yeah, I had an epiphany.
So now that you started going to the gym, are you gonna start drinking again?
Completely sidetracked. No, I'm not. Oh. Like I feel, dude, I'm on this path of enlightenment. My next goal is I want to be like Sting, not the wrestler. The singer. I want to be able to breathe through my eyelids and open up all my chakras and have tantric sex. I thought you were gonna say with myself.
Sue people for using your music and
making millions. I was going towards another side of Sting. All right. So, any final thoughts on this incredible?
Soon people are not going to be seeing the lens.
They won't need that because maybe they will, because if I bulk up if I become the lead singer from Harm's Way, then we will need to start moving backwards. Because, if you're a big guy and you work out, you tend to become bigger.
True.
So
and then you're not going to be able to reach the fucking mouse pad. You're going to be like...
That's okay.
Because normally those guys who bulk up their arms also kind of like T-Rex a little bit.
Look, my trapezoids were yesterday the size of
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking melon. So anyhow,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the proper.
Is that no trapezoid
is a mathematical figure,
yeah.
but the muscle is based on that because it's in the same similar shape. Anyhow, here I am teaching. Final thoughts on this incredible song that took the two of us not only on a musical journey, now it took us on a philosophical thought process journey.
I think that's all that we could really ask from the song. I feel like the scenery and the music, if you put the little history logo in the bottom corner, I wouldn't bat an eye.
That's true. That is true. This song is incredible.
Like if we were learning about the Highlands or some bullshit and, this was playing, I'm like, you know what? I'm ready to watch this, sit on the couch, and then I start hearing the guy from Oak Island, I'm like, okay.
I think now to give Andy some, before we go, just to give him some props on this, in case he's planning on making, because they announced a tour, a European tour for that matter, not North American tour.
Obviously.
Because in North America we're not enlightened enough to appreciate this sort of music. What I was gonna say is if he's, I'm sure this song will be on the set list. Especially if you're headlining, you have a little bit. I mean, if you're not headlining, this song takes half of your set list. So there's also that. But I think he needs a screen behind him to play this video while the song is being performed. And keep the lights down. Keep the lights down.
If they were to play in Canada, they would play at the same place that I can't remember the name now. They would play at the Sony Arts place.
No, and they wouldn't be able to fill that place.
Or Queen Elizabeth.
If they played in Canada, if they played in Toronto, not in Canada. Toronto, I know Toronto is the center of the universe, but Toronto is not Canada. Not yet, at least. Anyhow, I'm just saying.
We have the most population in Canada.
That is true. There's almost more people living in Toronto than in Portugal. Just think about that. So anyhow, just keep this in mind. I honestly feel like this song deserves this video playing in the background when it's being performed.
Yeah.
Keep the lights as low as possible, just silhouettes. And just perform this with a video in the background because the two go together like peanut butter and jelly.
Dude, I wouldn't be able... If I'm, like, watching this live, I don't know if I'd be able to stand. I would have to, like, lean on the bar with a Jack and Coke and just, like, heavy rocks and just be sitting there watching the video and listening to the music and just fucking being a part of it.
The flute was beautiful, man.
Oh, dude. The flute at the end, I'm like, please don't end, please don't end. And then they kept going and kept going. I'm like,
but it was like the intro. The intro took, like, almost 2 minutes to get in. But that intro, even though it was repetitive... It was almost like foreplay. It was like setting up the table for what was coming. I really enjoyed it. Like beautifully crafted song all around. All right. Until the next one. Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to this album, though. I'm looking forward to it. Until the next one, guys. We'll see you all at the next video.
See ya.